Hi! Hey! Hi there. Last time, we got ending C, and we're kinda sort of getting endings D and E. I was doing the dual-stick shooter against the credits for a while, and then the game crashed. So we're back here at the title screen, and I'm noticing that the endings that it has recorded here, it says A, B, C, G, K, D, T, does not have endings D or E. So I guess since I didn't actually reach the end of that before it crashed, it didn't actually record me as getting those endings. So I guess what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to get ending D and then just maybe make the opposite choice that I made so ending E doesn't start. Because I wasn't really sure what I was doing during that part. When it was asking me to make some choices during the credits roll, I made the choices that sounded good, and that ended up activating ending E. Was I not supposed to do that? I don't know. But, people have been saying that ending E is the final ending of the game, so maybe what I should do is get ending D, just go all the way to the end of that, and then maybe we should think about things that we want to wrap up before doing ending E, which would just be the end right there. So let's do that. Let's load the save file. I'm going to go to chapter select. We're going to go back to the big fight. We're going to choose 9S again. This time when the credits roll, however, I will not interrupt it. Just let it keep going, and then we'll just see what we do after that.
This if we
Or did we hear that thing, but they built the cassette?
name
You, that's all.
to echo then but the
And as before, let's pick 9S. Yes. And that means it is hacking time. You know, something I noticed when fighting the credits, holding on to the R bumper to keep shooting, it's kind of hard to hold on to that for so long. It's like for a shorter period of time, sure, but
Doesn't matter. None of this.
when you got to keep it held down for that long, it's kind of difficult. I kind of wish I could map that to a different button, maybe. Of course, during that whole shooter segment, it did ask me a number of times if I wanted help. Like, it would say, blank is requesting to help you, and I kept saying no, because, hey, you know, I should do it myself, no matter how difficult it gets. But maybe the purpose of that whole segment was to show you that it's okay to accept help. It's okay not to do it just by yourself. You don't have to be alone. Nah, that's probably not what it is. I'll just do it by myself.
It doesn't matter. Why do I long for humans like this? Why do I desire the top?
And that should be it.
it's help
We went with I'll go with you. Let's try the other one and see if anything different happens.
So that's where you were. To be.
Was that a little bit different at the start? His little line there? I should check the previous video to see, because this part is the same. The arc launching. I don't remember if 9S said that when I chose to go with everyone. Go with the arc. I mean, it would make sense, like, if he put his program on the arc, then he wouldn't be here to say anything, so maybe that's what it is. Alright, so there'll be an interruption. We're just going to say no, just keep going.
Report. All Yorha unit black boxes now confirmed offline. Our mission to oversee the progress of Project Yorha is complete. Proceeding to final stage of project. Commencing deletion of all data. Pod 153 to Pod 042. Data noise present in stream. Requesting temporary halt to perform data check.
How about no? Sure, let's save. Alright, that got us D. It just ends right there, apparently. That seems odd. Would, because usually you would think that the thing that you would be more likely to pick would not lead to ending E. That you would have to deliberately pick something that seemed unusual to unlock E, but the things I picked to get E to happen, that's just seemed like the obvious ones to pick. So, I don't know. Right. 9S attacks, A2 counterattacks, A2 hears 2B's voice in the back of her mind, lowers her guard for just a moment. Run through, she stabs 9S with her sword as she falls. And that's, of course, A2's ending. Having felled 9S, A2 enters his system internals to eliminate the viral corruption. Alright, so we got those two endings. Is there anything else we would want to do? If I go back to, like, any of these earlier chapters, I wonder if I have all my stuff. Quest progress. Oh, hey, it has side quest things there. Let's see. Oh, that makes things very convenient. Quest progress. Shared 3 out of 3, 2B 1 out of 1. Shared 3 out of 3, 2B 1 out of 1, 9S 1 out of 2. Something for him to do. 9S also has 1 here. Has 2 here and 1 shared. Wow, that is a lot of side quests in that chapter. Oh yeah, even more in this. There's stuff missing there, stuff missing there, missing there, missing there, and there. 1 is missing there. Meat box has 1. Actually 2. 1 shared and 1 9S. There's 1 there. 2 there. 2 there. I wonder if like there's some overlap because this says 6 out of 7 and 1 out of 2. This also says that, so they might not all be they might not be unique to each chapter. All right, so let's try loading one up. There's something that 9S has here that he can do. Why don't we see what that is? Alright, so that's pretty cool that the chapter select does break out the side quests for you, saying, okay, here's what you missed, line by line, we're going to break it all out. You want to know where there was a side quest that you missed, here we go, and this is which character it was with. So let's see. Let me take a look at my weapons. Okay, yeah, this was the last weapon I got, and I have it. So, yeah, I must have all my stuff. So here are my mind keeps blanking. Here are the battle arenas. We didn't actually finish any of them. Reconnaissance squad. Is Forrest's thing is available now? I don't think it is. I think that's later. That's during Route C, I think. So if we go to map, do we have any side quests that show up here? There's current destination, question marks. Is that a trial of sand? The question marks? It might be. Nothing else on the map. Oh, hold on. 2B is... She's got her black hair on. But, of course, we have not tried all of the hair colors. Now have we? Oh, yeah, the stuff we got at the end. What was that? Camouflage goggles. Goggles with so much camouflage they became entirely invisible. A long-haired wig for A2. We can give her long hair back. Okay, so we can just have bare-eyed 9S. Oh, there's also heavy armor, yeah. 2B can equip that. So 9S cannot wear the heavy armor. None of them can wear that. Alright, let's, So we've seen up to purple. Why don't we use... No? Oh, that's right, because I have to choose 2B to use that. I can't just use it on her, even though she's right here. Yeah, let's wear Lunar Tier, why not? Oh, I have to... Whoops. That's right, I can't just wear two accessories at once. They should let you stack the accessories, really.
This sand sure is slippery. Careful. We've got enemies approaching.
Right, so this was the point where we were going out into the desert to clear out... Yeah, clear out some of these enemies.
These machines are talking.
Yeah, I heard from the Resistance that they've been seeing this a lot lately. Couldn't tell you why, though.
They sure go down a lot faster than they used to. I wonder how we would... I guess in order to find the side quests that were missing, what we would do is probably... What we would have to do is probably just keep on going through the chapter...
Did they even understand the concept of being
until
scared?
These things started to become available. I wonder if that's the case, then what you want to do to go to the last chapter of... The last section available in the chapter is maybe what you want to do. And then if you do that, maybe anything that you unlocked during the course of that chapter is open, including side quests and such. Whoop. I recognize that sound.
What's with the weird-looking outfits?
I've seen that sort of thing when I was going through some old data. It looks like what humans used to wear long ago. Certain human collectives used to use face paint like that, too.
Well, why don't we head to the arena? Let's see if we can do any better than the last time we were there. We're certainly more powerful. I think the last time I was there, the part I was on was the one where it said, oh, actually, this is not the arena. This is the guy who wants us to look around for old stuff. So this was the one quest that we didn't finish. Yeah, that's right. I remember this. So to do this, we would need to equip our pod with the scanner.
Relics from the old world.
Searching for relics in the desert without assistance might prove difficult. Proposal. Unit 9S should use the dynamic scanner.
Yeah, I'm using it. It's not speeding up, though. So this is one that I just didn't get around. I, like, got one item, and that was it. I didn't do anything else, because it kind of seems like you would have to spend some time out here.
Scary. Kind. Veggie.
Now this is the arena. Seems like I can't go here yet. I guess that opens up later. So the problem that I had with this was there wasn't really like any like set location that it said, okay, you should search around here. It's just, hey, run around the desert with this scanner on until you find things. Don't know how many things there are. No, I don't think I'm making forward progress. So could it just be anywhere in the desert? Because clearly we're not close to anything, since this is not speeding up. We also don't know how many items there are to find. Like, how many things would we have to find before this quest is considered complete? Let me just take a look at exactly what that said again. Relics from the old world, they're likely to be buried in sand. So that's the only thing it says. So just bring up the scanner and run around, and maybe you find something. Did it speed up a little bit? Or was I just imagining that? Yeah. What? Went right by it. Gold ore. It's not really what we're looking for. You know, it's some materials that we found, and that's seemed to be mostly what you use with the scanner. You can find like items like that just lying around, but we are looking for specific like artifacts and such. But we do have to get pretty close before it registers anything. The thing that always kind of annoyed me back when we were doing this the first time was that guy doesn't appear on the map anymore. Like, if I want to go back to him, I don't see him around. Like, I know he's on the edge of this, like, saving area. Oh, hold on, speeding up. Speeding up.
Old world material obtained. Hypothesis. Said material is likely a relic from an ancient civilization.
Alright, got something. It's a stick of unknown purpose. Well, it's probably something that guy wants. I wonder if all the things that we can find, are they in locations that have like little ruined structures in them, like what we just saw there when we found the stick. It wasn't just out in the desert. There was some sort of feature to the place that it was hidden in.
Today, yesterday, hello.
Oh, is it speeding up a little?
Old world material obtained. Hypothesis. Said material is likely a relic from an ancient civilization.
Lithograph, you say? Is that anything we can read? Will that show up in Intel? There's some mysterious lithographs. We've seen the level ground one. What about this one? Parents shall not purchase birthday feast ingredients. We masked children have traditionally shown proclivities towards treasuring our children. However, due to parents purchasing far too many ingredients for the birthday parties of their children, much as what is bought goes to waste. This rule was passed by the king, who was quite distressed by the ceaselessness of such behavior. Oh goodness, so much wasted food. There's a whole lot of guys coming my way. All right, sandstorm's coming up, and that guy is standing in a sandstorm. So is this where he is? Well, I don't see him around. But he was standing in an area like this. It's like, I think he was standing like on the top of a hill, so you could see him from a distance. But I'm also getting further away from the edge of that saving area. And like I said, I think that he was like basically on the edge of that. Oh wait, I'm heading towards a point right now. Is that him? Yeah, that's him. Alright, found a couple things for you. Sure. Alright. Oh, does he appear on the map once we get something that... Yeah. Okay, once we get something that we can bring to him, his point will appear on the map. But before we do that, he does not appear on the map because we have nothing to give him. Whoop. To be tripped. My understanding is that they weren't bound by rules, but rather the rules defined their freedoms, is how they thought of it. Alright, so that's still here. Let's see, I found a staff. I also found the other thing, but it's not listed there for some reason. Wonder why it didn't get updated for that. So apparently there are more things in the desert. And it's just kind of a weird... Like I said, it's a weird thing because... Are you just expected to explore the whole desert? Looking for points where this scanner starts to speed up? Or should we only look at points which specifically, you know, look like something, like this pipe over here? Or... Didn't I just see something? Oh, yeah. This right here. Well, this is the save point. Nothing here. But, you know, areas that are like that. Like these, like, ruined areas over here. I just wish the scanner had longer range. This is where the battle arena is, but we can't go there yet. And this is where the sandstorm is. According to the chapter select at the beginning, I guess this is the only side quest that we haven't completed from this chapter in the game. And it's not surprising that we didn't finish it, considering what it's like. I assume that everything that the guy is asking for is going to be in the desert. I guess I don't know that, though. What was the deal with those gold enemies on Route B? I was just thinking about those gold enemies. They only appeared on Route B, and they always had like this little stubby gold robot who seemed to be leading a larger robot, and the gold robot would yell about revenge and such, and that seemed strange, and then didn't really lead to anything. Also, those cutscenes that 9S would get, where everything looked like paper dolls. I probably should watch those again and see if they have any kind of more meaning now that I've seen, you know, the rest of the game. I still don't really know what those were about. Were they prior memories that 9S had? I mean, it doesn't seem like he would be able to retain memories after his program was reset, but maybe somehow he did? And I mentioned how I was wondering if there was a time loop going on, because they were saying that 2B would always end up having to kill 9S, but I guess there was, and I guess the idea was that 9S would go on missions, and these missions would eventually end up involving 2B having to kill 9S.
Help, why would they be attacking us?
But of course 9S would reset every time. And so he would never actually remember meeting 2B. But I guess the idea is that 2B had met 9S repeatedly over time, even though 9S never remembered it, because he would keep getting reset. And for whatever reason, these missions would end up with 2B having to kill him, which is why she said in the ending of Route A, it always ends like this, because for whatever reason, she keeps having to kill him. That would also mean that back at the beginning of the game, that was not their first meeting, that 2B had met 9S previously, probably many times before. And I guess the idea was that 9S was this advanced model who would keep learning information that he was just not supposed to learn. Which is why 2B kept having to kill him, I guess was the idea. I guess then it would make sense as to why the commander really didn't seem to care that much when 9S learned that humanity didn't exist. She didn't seem all that surprised or concerned. Maybe it's not the first time that happened. And maybe she figured that it didn't really matter if 9S knew about this because, hey, 2B is just gonna kill him again. Just like she's always had to do. I think, like I said I think I said last time, that the story, by the time we got to Route C, started to lose me a bit. And I think maybe one reason for that is it never really gets into who is in charge of Yorha. Like, you assume it's the Council of Humanity, but then you find out humanity is dead. That it was all just, it was a plan made by androids. Why Yorha exists, why the Council exists, and that part of the plan that the androids made for Yorha was that Yorha would have to be destroyed. They were made to be disposable. So, the Yorha androids were betrayed by their masters, but I think the whole thing that I was just kind of getting lost on was who are the masters? Like, who are the androids that control Yorha, since, of course, the Council of Humanity doesn't actually exist. Is there, like, some kind of governing body of androids? It doesn't seem like it's the Resistance. The Resistance does not seem like they are above Yorha. They're separate, but Yorha doesn't seem like they would take orders from them. So is there some sort of government of androids that knows all about Yorha and what their origins are, and that they're going to have to be destroyed at some point to keep the secret of humanity? I was kind of unclear about that. Because, the Yorha androids were betrayed. By who? Or what? I mean, not humanity itself. Humanity was dead long before Yorha came about. Oh, hey, there's a hackable chest. We have been here before, but I guess it was in Route A. Yeah, what happened to my mission? I get distracted quite a lot. Okay, another mysterious lithograph. Is this something I can bring to the person? You'd think so. The jar-bound lizard must be captured. Long ago, an aged man threw his back out after gazing upon a lizard in a jar. His young wife departed to call the doctor, only to vanish and never return. The surrounding villagers spread rumors about how she had fled, but the man paid them no heed, instead fiercely insisting that the lizard must be captured. I've read this before. Is this one of the weapon stories? I think that it is. It didn't mention that I could give this to the guy. It seems like something he'd want, and he did take the other one, but his point no longer appears on the map, which I guess means I don't have something that he wants right now. Yeah, I'm going to guess that whatever the reward might be for finishing this side quest, it's not going to be worth it. But that's not the point. The point is that it is a quest to be completed, and we have not completed it yet. But on the other hand, I am noticing that this scanner, it hasn't sped up in a while, has it? And it's kind of hard to tell where I have searched and where I have not yet searched, since it's a desert and it's all kind of just sand. So that does kind of make me concerned about, you know, the possibility of finishing this. Again, it would be nice if this had a longer range to it. Right now I'm just following this pipe on the map. There's also another part of the desert by the apartment building, which is like... Oh, hold on. It's speeding up. Where was that? Do I go up on the pipe to see it? No, you were speeding up. You definitely had sped up. You're not speeding up now. Or did I pick up whatever it was getting? Maybe that's possible. Like, maybe I just fell on what it was shining on, and I picked it up, because it's not registering anything now. And if that's the case, maybe it was just, like, materials, not like an actual item or anything. That could be. Like I was saying, there is another part of the desert. But I kind of wonder if there's anything there, or should we just be looking in the desert zone that we're in right now? Would there be anything up on these rocks, possibly? Well, now, the description of the side quest did say that they would be buried in sand, so probably not. So would you say that this particular side quest is maybe the dullest one in the game? I think it's probably. You know, I don't actually know if I'll actually finish this, just because, man, the desert's so big. And it seems like I've explored a lot of it.
It's heading for that rocky area.
Individual target ID marked.
And it's just so kind of open, and I don't really know where I should be looking and not looking. Of course, we've seen these before.
What's that?
Analysis. It is the ruin of a former human residential area. Large numbers of humans resided in such concrete and metal shelters. The structures were referred to by names such as apartment complex.
I wonder why they insisted on living in such large groups. Things must have been really dangerous around here, huh?
Negative. Living conditions were mandated by economic imbalance and a lack of space.
Man, humans sure are weird creatures.
I'm still using this scanner.
Report. Mail notification received from access point.
Not speeding up. I also noticed that the gold enemies are gone. So I guess after you defeat them, they're not going to show up when you come back here using the chapter select. Oh, hold on. It is speeding up. Nope, just silver ore. This definitely seems like the kind of side quest that you do because you're trying to get 100% completion. This does not seem like a side quest you're doing for any other reason other than you want to see that 100%. Then again, I don't know if I would get 100% completion. There were people saying not to bother with the enemy information side quest that 4S wants you to do. That it takes a ridiculously long amount of time to actually get the full 100% for that one. So maybe we won't actually be doing that. Yeah, hackable chest. Didn't get all of them. Did miss some of them. No, stop moving, please. Just, no, stop sliding around. Just slowly approach that chest. Just don't slide down the hill. Don't slide down it. Huh, that's odd. Why am I not getting the prompt? Oh, there it is. Mysterious lithograph. Getting that intel. Let's see, Rule 11,034, the height of one's status and lodging shall match. In this world, order is protected through a focus on rules. Those of high status as well as the aged are deserving of respect, and therefore must dwell in residences above all others. This could be considered a natural courtesy. Okay, so they're not like talking about the luxury of one's home. They're talking about its altitude. If you're older, you shall be in the higher house. Which actually doesn't make sense, because the older you are, you'll probably just not want to need to bother with stairs.
You, not people.
Yeah, looks like we've been here. Well, of course we've been here. We've been basically everywhere. And right now the focus is not really on where we've been, but just, is this scanner going to speed up anywhere?
Target confirmed. Let's get him.
Hello, how are you? Nice weather today.
So we only have this one side quest left to do in this chapter, but I don't know. This one might have to go undone. It might have to go undone.
Androids are scary. Scary. So kill. Why? Everyone dead. You are false. You will break.
Does that look different? Maybe not. Thought maybe it looks slightly different than what we saw before. Nah, maybe it was wearing that scarf last time.
Run. Not this way.
Oh, there's something here.
Makes them choose these words.
10,000 G. Well, that's something that would have been much more useful when I was first here. It's not really something I need now, since I'm kind of bursting at the seams with money. And I never even sold those machine cores. There's something up here.
These are android bodies.
Hypothesis.
Just materials.
Life forms.
What are they doing here?
Unknown.
It's like they were gathered here.
I got an achievement for getting that material, though. I am now the Harvest King.
They don't give up. Run. Must run.
And of course, we know where we're going. We know where this leads.
Multiple machines detected ahead. But what's with these android bodies?
Stay focused. What is this?
Yep, everyone's humping.
Don't listen to them, 2B.
Together forever. Together forever. Kitty, I'll get you for this. Kill the androids. Kill. Destroy. I love you. Kill. Hatred. Pain. Slaughter.
I like how this doesn't actually get the chance to build up a bunch of robots in here because of this beam of death. That's just eliminating everything incredibly quickly. Now, actually, they are building up, actually. They are actually starting to come in quick enough that it's building up.
Continue. This cannot continue. This cannot.
Wow, there's anything around here?
This cannot continue. This cannot continue.
Nah, it doesn't look like there's anything around here.
Continue. This cannot continue. This cannot continue.
And we know what happens here. The whole birth scene. Hey, Adam.
Androids, why fight?
That really did not last long. You know, I think that when Adam and Eve died, I was a little puzzled about whether they were actually dead because of this scene where we just straight up impale Adam on our swords, but he lives. This doesn't kill him. So I was a little bit confused about when 2B killed Adam, she stabbed him through the chest, just similar to this, but he died that time, and I don't know why. And then Eve took a sword through the head. So it was just kind of odd about how that didn't kill him this time, but later on when we stab him, it kills him real good.
Come on! Through that hole!
They never really said anything about why... Like, what would be the difference between an android and a machine that has skin? Except aside the origins, you know, with the androids having the origins of being created by human technology and the machines by alien technology. They never really got into how Adam and Eve are any different from androids. And maybe that's the point, that really we're all the same.
It stopped. Looks like we're safe now.
What the hell just happened?
I know. I've never seen a machine like that before. We better report this to command.
Oh, hold on, there was something there. But I got it. It was just silver ore. Well... It's probably, you know, I think I'm just going to save
an area with better reception so we can contact command.
I think I'm going to save right now, and I think that we're going to continue doing side quests, but maybe not this one. Maybe not this particular quest. Like, I went to this one because it was the earliest chapter where there was a side quest missing. And now, you know, we can see why it was missing. We can see why it was incomplete. Because hold on, there's something there. We would just have to go all over this desert. I've already been all over this desert trying to find stuff.
Okay, this is good. We should be able to reach command here. 9S to bunker. Do you copy?
I read you, 9S. Go ahead.
Operator, we just encountered a pair of humanoid machines. We weren't able to capture them, but I have combat data ready for upload.
Understood. Ready to receive.
Hopefully you can get something out of it.
I don't know if any of the things that I could find could be found in this part of the desert, or would it just be the main part? Like, would there be a purpose to looking here? Because maybe? It doesn't... The description of the quest doesn't say you couldn't. And there's nothing on the map which gives you an area that says this is the place you have to search. However, so far, the only items we have found were in the desert proper. So maybe you don't find anything outside of it. Just wish it was a little bit more specific about where you can look. I did find a couple hieroglyphs, and you'd think that our guy would be interested in those. However, he does not appear on the map, which would indicate that I don't actually have an item to bring to him, when I looked at the side quest log, it only registered when I gave him that cane. Even though I spoke to him again, and he did want the glyph, he was interested, it didn't really actually register as advancement in the side quest. And as I said, he is not actually appearing on the map right now, since I have not found an item. I have found the glyphs, but I have not found an item for him. So even if I found him again and gave him the glyphs that I found, would he care about that? Or maybe I might get a reward, but maybe that reward doesn't actually lend itself to the side quest. It doesn't actually advance anything, is the thing that I'm wondering about. This side quest just seems a little bit vague and open-ended. And there's like a lot of area to search, is the thing. There's a lot of area. And of course, we have been here. We've been almost everywhere, I would say, in this desert. It seems like it anyway. Like, maybe there's some places that we haven't been. It doesn't really seem like it, though. See, we don't have a red arrow over his head anymore. Yeah. He doesn't care about the stuff we found. But we can save here, it looks like, so let us save. Well, that was a whole lot of looking around in the desert. In any case, we have ending D. We could get ending E, but that's probably for the very end. And also assuming if I finally just decide that I will accept help, which, I mean, I shouldn't. I just should do it myself, obviously. Obviously, that's what I should do. But I guess we'll see. Next time on NieR, what should we do? Probably we'll take a look at some more at that chapter select to see what other side quests we might want to do. I'm sure we'll get around to doing those battle arenas again. And just see what parts of this we want to wrap up before we say goodbye for good to NieR Automata. I'll see you next time.
Man, I could say that.